If you see the Donald who wants to be president, tell him that I said hello. Tell Donald, I am Sherman D. Manning coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. First and foremost, if you do not have my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice, go to your local bookstore, get it or order it. Go to Amazon.com and get that book. It is a thought-provoking piece of work. And keep in mind, one of the original lawyers on the Dream Team for the O.J. Simpson trial in 95, Bob Blazier, is a very, very, very good friend of mine. And he says, according to him, that it is a great book. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get it. Donald is in that book. I talk about him at length in the book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Donald is a threat to the safety and security of this nation for a lot of reasons. Muslims around the world are offended by this man. Okay? Latinos around this world are offended by this man. Blacks around this world are offended by this man. Even upper middle class and rich white people are offended by Donald. If the 99% would vote, the 1% would have no power. My clarion call, my message to every American listening under the sound of my voice is to vote. Vote as you please, but please vote. If you don't vote, you don't count. How many of you are listening to me right now? If you are listening to me right this very minute, text 404-386-9356. If you are listening to this broadcast, to this podcast live, I want you to text 404-386-9356. If you happen to download this anytime before midnight tonight, text 404-386-9356 and simply say, Sherman, I heard you. Sherman, I heard you. Important. If you are listening to this podcast or you download it before midnight tonight, text 404-386-9356. That number will only be operational until midnight tonight. Text me there and say, Sherman, I'm listening to you. Okay? One pastor told me that Donald is demon possessed. This is a white pastor, okay? Conservative, Republican, right wing. And he told me last week that in his learned spiritual opinion, Donald is demon possessed. I don't know about that. What I do know is that he's a child molester. He molested Barron, he molested Eric, he molested Donald Jr. What kind of man makes this kind of statement? Donald said, and I quote, if I were not married, I'd be screwing my daughter, quote unquote. She's just that sexy. What kind of mind frame must a father put his mind in to make a statement like that about his own daughter? I think that's unconscionable and unspeakable. I can't think of any situation in which I would make that kind of statement regarding a child of mine. This is what he said about Ivanka. We know that he raped his ex-wife. Tim Mack proved that. We also know that he's a pedophile. And we know that he's a narcissist. What else do you need to know to show you that this man does not need to be our president? Thank you. What else do you need to know? My food is here. I'm having dinner. I'll post the restaurant online in just a little while. It's a place called Haas, Hausdogs. It is pretty good, actually. USC professors and students come over here and eat all the time. Remember, if you listen to this podcast before midnight tonight, text 404 386 9356 and simply say, Sherman, I heard you. Get my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get it at Amazon.com. Get it at local bookstores. Sherman D. Manning signing off for now. Goodbye. Keep the faith and keep hope alive.